How you doing? My name's Cory Mayo, and in today's video, we're going to be pairing up a Leica 35mm Sumilux with a Sony FX3 body, and just wanted to see how they perform. What are the lens characteristics compared to what I normally shoot on, which is the Leica M6 with the 35mm. So very interesting sensor that Sony has on this FX3. It's got 12 megapixels. And as you all know, very fantastic video quality as well. So a quick overview of the location we were shooting at. It's called the Sugar Pine Railroad, just under Yosemite. Highly recommend if you guys are, into trains and you guys want to see, some campfire, sing along, great family fun event. And got to take some pictures of the workers there on the train itself, and some of the campfire sing-along songs that we did. So the main purpose of this review, I just wanted to see how Leica M glass performs on the FX3, or if you guys are interested in possibly adapting some Leica M glass on your Sony bodies. I just wanted to see how they do. Is it good for photos? Is it good for video? Just right off the bat, from what I could see off the video and the photos, it's really sharp, even at 1.4. It's still got like a little bit of character to it, so it's not like a stale lens as some people say, where it's just like clinical. Does have some character to it, a little bit of vignetting, a little bit of swirliness to the bokeh. But overall, really cool pairing. So if you may be looking to adapt some of your Leica M glass to the Sony body, definitely recommend, give it a try. Here I'm using the TT Artisan lens adapter, and it works fine. There's quite a few other lens adapters available to adapt your glass. I'll leave a link down in the description, some of the best ones I've seen. Nice, compact. It wasn't like, troublesome, and didn't grab a ton of attention when filming out in public. Almost like a little film camera body, but it's on a Sony FX3, right? Let's discuss the 35mm Sumilux. This is a ASPH 1992 model, and this has been my only Leica M lens that I currently use. Very interesting focal length, because 35mm, it's wide enough to capture some context in your scene, so you're able to capture a little bit of the environment, but also you can get enough compression in the background to do some portraits. I was able to snag a couple portraits on this little outing. It's definitely a brave lens, and let me explain that a little bit. To get a proper portrait, you do have to get quite close to your subject, so it kind of forces you to step out of your comfort zone, get you really nice and close, interacting. And yeah, so you're not really gonna be sneaking portraits on this lens. I think a 50mm would probably be better for that, but 35mm, I just love this focal range because it allows me to capture enough of the background, enough of the context, but as well as get those kind of wide angle portraits that I like doing with these lenses. And just overall, just very versatile, right? 35, it's right in between the 28 and the 50. From being 31 years old, this lens is super sharp. The build quality is just insane. If you don't know about Leica M glass, the reason why they retain their value over many years is just because they're built very good optics. Love the focus tab here. Allows you to grab focus really fast, really easy, and just overall, just a beautiful lens. Low light performance, obviously at 1.4, this is gonna allow you to capture a lot of those low light scenes. So as you can see, some of the footage and photos from the campfire scene, or even some of the train ride scene, I was able to capture like the stars in the sky, and it was completely black, like you couldn't see anything really, and this lens was able to capture that in conjunction with obviously the low light performance of the FX3. With that 12 megapixels, you're able to capture a lot. The files clean up really easy, and yeah, with the dual native ISO, just a really fantastic pairing if you want like a low light beast, anything in the 1.4. So I think one of the main appeals, a lot of people are interested in adapting their Leica M glass to an FX3 body like this, is probably the form factor. It's just very compact and allows you to kind of be a little bit more inconspicuous, run and gun style. And I think this category is just getting more and more popular as we go down the line, and as camera tech gets more advanced, things are just getting a lot smaller, and so there's a little bit of an appeal for that, as well as obviously the heritage. It's always interesting, mixing like a heritage, like vintage lens like Leica, and with the modern technology of like a Sony sensor. There's a couple drawbacks adapting your Leica M glass to an FX3 body. One is obviously you're not getting like the stabilization. So, you're going to want to definitely rely on like the active stabilization. I did have active on for a lot of the scenes, and if when I felt it was a little too close, I just put it on normal, and I was able to capture some great video footage. Didn't, you know, seem super shaky. I wanted to keep it light and very compact, but I think I could have got even better results attaching the top handle on the FX3. But, you know, I just wanted to keep it, you know, light, keep it simple. Close focus is not like super fantastic. I think I was able to get like around the 2 feet, 3 feet mark. But yeah, you know, you're not going to be able to do like a lot of the modern things. Like I have my smart switch on my 24 millimeter set to the dual native ISO, and just, you know, there's some features that, you know, obviously, you know, the modern lenses will give you, that and like close focusing, you know, Leica M glass doesn't really focus as close as a lot of the modern lenses. Very interesting pairing. Is it conventional? Is there other options on the market? Sure. But if you are a Leica user, definitely can pair the 35 millimeter or other M glass with your Sony FX3. Hope to do some more tests in the future soon with some other Leica M glass. So if that's something you guys are interested in, be sure to subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have any questions. And of course, links in the description if you guys are interested in the adapter that I use or any of the gear mentioned in this video. And yeah, special thanks to Sugar Pine Railroad for letting me film some of these B-roll clips, getting some photos. And I'll leave a link down in the description if you guys want to book a trip on that. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.